And greetings, I am Wet Hamster, and meet our new character. She's sassy, she's black, and she has a fro. That's right, her name is Boxy Brown. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is what happens when you let me choose the character. That's right, you didn't vote. And now we're going to take a look at her. That's right, she's a black woman. It's now officially Monster Hunter Freedom Unite Blaxploitation. In fact, I'm just going to call this Monster Hunter Blaxploitation. I was going to choose a character that was already voted on for Monster Hunter Freedom. I was originally going to choose Kina, mainly because I wanted to make a female character, and it really was the only one who was voted on a female character. So we have Kina, but now it's slowly turned into Boxy Brown. I had forgotten there was this huge fro, so once I got the fro, I decided to just start messing with the face, and it slowly developed into Boxy Brown, as well as the whole yellow style clothing. As you can see here, if we want any time in the game, we can change the hairstyles. We can also change the clothing. But either way, I'm both happy and I hate myself with this horrible monstrosity of the character. The golden look suits well. Just I was going to do an intro thing, you know. I was gonna do part of this video with like a funky 80s tune going on in the background from some blaxploitation flick. I was totally gonna do that. We're gonna ignore the Hunters magazines for now. I'll do a separate video for them later when I got more of the. But for now, let's go check out the town. But yeah, I was gonna do more of a blaxploitation theme to start off the video with. I decided not to embarrass myself more than I already was. So yeah, Boxy Brown's gonna be our new character from Monster Hunter Freedom Unite. Since nobody voted, you should all be ashamed. And this is what happens when you let me. Well, when you let my creativity get when you just let me be creative, let's put it that way. I do horrible things. Alright, let's pay attention to what the NPCs are saying. Alright. The village chief, okay. Gotta go check with the village chief. But he'd like us to go back and talk to him. So we can do that. For now, let's check out the area. I quite like this town. It's like a sort of Himalayan sort of village. And it's even got a bit of a Himalayan sort of theme to it. So I'm quite happy with it. And there's the guy who saved us. Okay, he found us collapsed. And he saved us. Excellent. Ah, that's unfortunate. Alright. Okay. And he gave us his old equipment, which is why we start off with all the weapons, and we get to keep our sort of warm Mafu Mofu, I think it's called, set of armor. I'm really horrible at pronouncing that one. Well, I don't think it's more pronouncing in this case, more that I just can't remember what it's called. Like, I can recall the general name of it, but not in its entirety. But Yeah, he gives us basic stuff to start off with. Gives us a few tips. But mainly, most of the villagers are going to tell us, go talk to the chief. As you can see, I just wanted to show it off one more time. Or, well, one time at least. You get all the different kinds of weapons, and you get a standard set of armor. The standard set of armor is pretty decent protection to begin with. And again, it protects you from cold weather. So, not too bad. And, hey, he's telling us to save. Often. Because he's a scaredy cat. Ha ha ha! I just made a horrible joke. I hate myself. Oh, I can't believe I sunk to those depths. But as you'll find out, that cat is paranoid to hunters. Alright. So this is the weapons and armor counter. Seems that this is the guy to go to when you want to buy already finished armors. The guy next to him, even though he says the guys next door, they're really in the same hut. But yeah, he's right next to him, so the improvement and create armor is the guy next to him. But for now, we can look at things here. See? Weapons. And they've grouped them together, like lance and gun lance, for example. I can use the longhorn and iron lance, though, to make the iron gun lance. Or the bone gun lance. But, again, what I like too is that they also show you a sort of preview window of what it will look like.
You.
So if I can get that on camera, I will try to show off, you know, preview windows of gear I probably won't get. And as you can read, this is the upgrade guy. Basically the most important NPC in the entire village. Ah, patience, grasshopper. We'll be visiting this guy quite often, as you probably can imagine. As you can see, we can create decorations or remove decorations. Decorations are like a gem you put in a socket in gear, and then it gets a stat boost. It can be various things, from resistances to a skill, to all kinds of things. So you can customize your gear further that way. So this is new to Monster Hunter Freedom Unite. And this is the general goods vendor. She will be carrying basically everything we need. And just a little bit more. Instead of having two separate vendors in Monster Hunter Freedom, what Monster Hunter Freedom Unite did was they put the two general vendors into one. Also, we can buy to our box straight, so that is a bonus. We can buy drinks from her. We can even buy large barrel bombs. And we can also buy ammo and a boomerang as a new thing, as well as all kinds of ammo and weapon coatings. So they made two vendors into one, which is essentially very nice, because in Monster Hunter Freedom, the second vendor was wandering around and He's pretty easy to miss. So, it's like a broken record. Everybody's gonna tell me to go to the village chief. And yes, that is correct. That is a huge chunk of macalite. At least I believe it is.
Nah.
Too bad we can't mine it though. I'm just checking to see if they will say anything different, but no, they don't. They just say the same thing. This guy, however, is interesting to talk to and gives you a little hint on what to do in the field. Though, you know, he won't really say anything new for quite a while, I believe. In fact, I'd imagine he probably doesn't say anything new throughout the entire game, unless there's like a plot important thing. Alright. So, if we're going to be fighting any Elder Dragons, we should go talk to him. And the air balloons we see is from the observation center that keeps an eye on the wyverns and dragons. We'll see a little about that in the next video, I do believe. The post-commentary will have some tidbits of information, but for those who... well, for those probably 1% of the viewers who isn't going to watch the post-commentary videos and only the live videos, if you wave at the balloon while you're doing a large monster hunt, they will show you the location of the monster temporarily for a short amount of time. And we have Piggy. He's back. And we have Peddler Granny still. She does what she usually does. She peddles various wares that changes from day to day from a randomized list. I believe I've even seen some Rathalos items on her before. But for now, let's go talk to Granny and her feline. And we have the village chief. This time it's an old granny. You'll get a little tired of hearing her like old crinkly voice. Because as long as you have a dialogue window open with her, she will keep talking. Or if you're looking at missions and reading the flavor text, she will keep making that noise, which is mildly annoying in the length. But for now, if we really needed to, she'd suggest we go to the training school, but no, we're hardcore like that. We don't need to go to the training school. We've already been there, but on a different character. And she gives us a handful of cash.